Welcome to Epic Edition Top 10. In this video we are going to talk about the top 10 live news reporting fails. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. When we turn on the news at 6 o'clock, we are typically presented with a level of professionalism that is, for the most part, unparalleled. The process of reporting the news is not an easy one, but somehow newscasters manage to get through the show without any major hiccups. But that's not always the case. When reporting in real time, there is always the possibility of making a mistake or a blooper. You have the perfect ingredients for the most epic fails in the history of news reporting when you take into account things like bizarre weather, random pedestrians looking for their 3 seconds on live TV, and seemingly harmless inanimate objects that somehow make their way into the report. Watching live television has a lot of advantages that make it worthwhile to do so. Not only do they traditionally attract a larger audience, but they also feature a higher degree of audience participation. For instance, live events may offer the opportunity to participate in polling or chatting in real time. This provides an opportunity for viewers to feel as though they are a part of the experience. The fact that it brings people together is yet another enjoyable aspect of going to watch a live event. Knowing that millions of people all over the country are watching the same thing as you are, at the exact same time, brings people together in a way that cannot be described in words. Even with all of the benefits that come with live television, there is some drawback to it as well. Because everything is captured on film in real time, there is always the risk that something disastrous will occur during the shoot. It is not possible to simply cut out an awkward moment in live broadcasts like it is possible with recorded ones. Let's get into it. Number 10. What kind of job was that? Reporters, who once did everything they could to be taken seriously, are now under pressure to treat little matters with the same level of seriousness as they would handle news of world-changing events in this current age of 24-hour-a-day news. Perhaps Shepard Smith had reached his breaking point, because when he was given a story about Jennifer Lopez's newest music video, he chose to incorporate something a little bit different into his delivery as a form of protest. This was the case even though the story was about Jennifer Lopez. It's possible that he had a thing for the singer and had something on his mind about her, or that he merely got confused, in which case the statement would have been incorrect. Either way, this story took a turn for dirty quite quickly. Number 9. Make-believe. To be able to get to the bottom of any subject and not be put off by lies and cover-ups is a skill that should be cultivated if you want to be a news reporter, because it is one of the most crucial components of your job. It will never cease to amaze us how someone higher up in the chain of command at this news station was unable to stop these anchors from treating this TV set as if it were a real accident scene. We can only think that if the camera on the helicopter were to pan a little bit further to the side, there would be cameras, personnel, and even trailers or catering fully visible to the audience. Number 8. Jet slack. When you first open your eyes in the morning and make your way to the television, one of the things that you probably won't be expecting to see is an adult guy being thrown into the water. Using a water-powered jet pack when you have what we imagine to be a limited amount of expertise in the world of television could sound like a fun idea at first, but it might just lead to internet notoriety instead. When the anchors immediately break out into hysterical laughter at your misfortune, it is a strong indicator that this fate is almost about to befall you. Even so, it appears to be a lot of fun. Number 7. Not capable of handling the pressure. Another morning show, this one based in Australia, was responsible for sending a reporter on a mission that he was unable to complete. A presenter with a mild manner made the mistake of encouraging a man to push him to his limits while they were high in the sky above the surface of the earth. They were at the mercy of a pilot who was used to the rigors of plane tricks. As unconsciousness takes over, the look of just barely holding back vomit and ecstasy that was previously on his face is quickly replaced by one in which he appears at peace. Number 6. Lessons from the news. There are not many situations in the world that are more embarrassing than being placed unexpectedly in a position of subservience by someone who was formerly your superior. The situation in which you find yourself at odds with him while live on television is probably the worst-case scenario. However, at least you can take comfort in the fact that the rest of the world will get to enjoy some amazing television as a result of your embarrassment. In a setting that should otherwise be taken very seriously, the fact that this anchor and reporter are engaging in playful teasing on the level of a playground makes us appreciate every single second of it. Number 5. Unique introduction. Once upon a time, the world of television was controlled by a few of networks that had an iron grip over the programming that could be shown on people's television screens. As a direct consequence of this, only the most seasoned and experienced individuals were given the opportunity to steer the news. There are many more options for people you have never heard of to appear on your television in today's modern world, where it seems like there are as many channels as there are stars in the sky. AJ is a problematic illustration of why that is not a desirable situation. Clementi's first few seconds on air were marred by vulgarity and awkwardness, which ultimately led to his dismissal from the show. He also appeared on Letterman to discuss his past errors. Number 4. Instant karma. It could be argued that nothing is more gut-wrenching than seeing or hearing another person in excruciating pain and being able to understand exactly what is going on in their head. The reporter lands on her face after failing in her attempt to convince her rival to temporarily pause the grape stomping competition they were both participating in. Number 3. Boom goes the dynamite. The two parts of the news that, at first glance, appear to be the least muddled and easiest to understand are those that deal with the weather and sports, respectively. The latter is frequently nothing more than a recitation of statistics and scores, with perhaps some brief interjections of one's own opinions or witty observations. As a result of this, a lot of people who watch a lot of sports on their couches might consider themselves to be good candidates for the role. This video is for you if you happen to know someone who has grandiose ideas about their potential as a sportscaster or reporter and you want to put a stop to them talking about it. This reporter is only capable of convincingly reciting a single memorable line, and at times they are unable to even string together complete sentences. Number 2. We'll do it live. Bill O'Reilly, in contrast to a number of the other journalists included on this list, is a very experienced television personality. It's possible that this is the reason why he doesn't mind acting like a complete jerk while he's on set. When the teleprompter doesn't reflect what he wants it to, instead of acting professionally and striving to solve the situation, he lashes out at those behind the scenes, at first barely holding in his unrestrained wrath, and then completely letting it loose on them. The fact that he is aware that the people he unleashes on are filming him speaks volumes about his arrogant notion that those people would never share the clip with anyone. We may all count ourselves fortunate that he was completely incorrect. Number 1. Zero prank radar. The disaster of Asiana Airlines Flight 214 as it made its final approach to a terminal at San Francisco International Airport captured the attention of people all around the world. There are others among us who, despite the terrible nature of the situation, chose to look at it as a chance to make jokes and have some fun with it. Even Mo from The Simpsons, who has spent years falling for fake names, might have been taken aback by how ridiculous a name like Sum Ting Wong sounds when read aloud, but somehow it still made it to live television, with KTVU Channel 2 News in the Bay Area reporting several incorrect pilot names as fact. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.